Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're getting into our gold bracket here in LSL 32. My name is Toma. I'm going to be one of your commentators here today. And I've got Topic here with me. Topic, how are you doing today?
You know what? Doing pretty good today. Woke up kind of early, got some work done, and now we're here just watching some Splatoon gameplay, hoping for the best.
Absolutely love to hear it. And we're going to be starting with an exciting matchup of Hot Cocoa versus Wipeout. And fun fact, a little birdie tweeted in my ear right before we got started. Hot Cocoa versus Wipeout, actually a little bit of a rematch that we saw earlier today in Group F, round 3, where Hot Cocoa took the 3-0 win over Wipeout there. And we're going to be seeing, will Hot Cocoa be able to do that again? Only time will tell. But taking a look at what we're going to be going into here, Topic, we're going to be starting off our map list here on Clam Blitz Manta Maria. Tell me a little bit about this map, what you like to see here. What do you think the strategy is going to be?
Okay, well, from experience, because this was a Splatoon 2 map, one of the best. Okay, one of the maps in Splatoon 2. The real big parts are the bunkers. If you have control of that, you can get their street really easily. If you have control of the plat on either side of mid, that kind of opens up a lot of possibilities to push possibility to push through street, since those are the main ways teams like to go play defense from. So especially on Clam Blitz here, because a lot of clams spawn over there, so I expect like a lot of fights happening around there, just trying to fight for position. The jump flank is one everyone has to worry about, because everyone knows someone can just sneak in with a brush, get a quick ball, and get more power clams in if they manage to jump it in. So I think what we're gonna see is teams sort of play aggressive at first, try to gain mid control, but if they don't, they want to retreat. They want to tactically retreat to the bunker or the jump to make sure no really big pushes can happen from there, and just try to hold them out as long as possible.
You're absolutely right. This one is a little bit more difficult of a Clam Blitz map as far as scoring goes. I know I've seen quite a few stalemate games happen here on this map, because you kind of really have two approach options. You do have that cut that you mentioned, can be really fast, but of course, very dangerous place to go. If you have that giant glowing power clam shining on your back, you're a big target for the enemy to see, and if you lose the power clam there, it might be falling into the drink, and you may lose that thing for future pushes. And then you have the street, a lot longer, a bit of your safer approach option, but with all the high ground above it, you've got the bunker, you've got the ramps on either side of it. There's a lot of opportunity for players to be able to defend there, especially I'm looking at like AoE kind of weapons with control, like blasters, buckets, anything that can kind of go up and over those corners and pressure a lot of areas. Really strong on this sort of map, and can really be the key to getting into that street area. Of course, you've got great special coordination. You can always use a Kraken on this map to be able to get in, as you can on pretty much any sort of Clam Blitz map. You see teams love to use that kind of Kraken cheese, as well as you can see just specials like strikes are really good at clearing that area. I've even seen people running a little bit of orange zap for chumps occasionally into the street as well. Lots of fun options that these two teams have at their disposal.
Yeah, I think I want to kind of reel it back a little bit when you said AoE weapons. I play buckets and blasters mainly, and on this map especially, I like you said, tri-strikes are really popular on this one, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so that kind of leads into the vanilla slosher, which we've seen a lot recently, like top level, high level, everywhere, because it's just such a versatile weapon kit. It can do a lot. It's just seen as a very general sort of frontline weapon. But enough talking, let's get straight into the games, as we do see a rapid blaster deco, which is a very good weapon on side of Hot Cocoa. The torpedo to sniff out the ballpoint, the inkjet being inkjet, just really good. As you see, the chumps to get a very nice way into the street, very nice entryway, beacons to keep up that pressure. So let's see if Hot Cocoa's more midline comp can kind of suppress the firepower of Wipeout punks. It looks like it's actually going really well at first, with 3 down immediately. Oh, maybe 4. Oh, yeah, oh, it does not get it, unfortunately.
No, they're not going to be able to. It looks like actually Hot Cocoa in all of that chaos is going to be able to sneak a power clam in there, able to follow up with just one clam. That splash is alive though, adds one more too, but now that is going to be kind of the delayed wipe on Hot Cocoa. But you notice Wipeout still nowhere to be seen in mid as they're still coming back into this too. So Hot Cocoa going to find their way back out in the mid really fast here. You saw that Rapid Prodica there getting a great pick and trying to get secured space on this mast, poking up at that machine, and taking them out. Right now Hot Cocoa very dominant here in this mid area, showing us why they took that first set 3-0. They're going to be continuing trying to do that here as this Rapid comes up and finds just another great pick.
Yeah, I feel like a general rule of Clam Blitz is you always want to get your first push below 60 because you give your opponents a free power clam and just a free way to score. But it looks like that won't matter as Hot Cocoa does get another power in. They do manage to get to 64, but it looks like Wipeout Punks is able to hold him off just long enough. And this might be Wipeout Punk's first chance to get mid control and just get Wipeout, just get a good mid control, get a push up, and it's like it's gonna work as they do go 3 down. The dualies being dualies, just rolling around. He does not get the T-Tech, but with the power of Cooler, he's already back and ready to fight.
Yeah, and right now, Wipeout doing a great job putting that pressure. They have 2 down on Hot Cocoa, but the power clam falls just short. They're in here. The dualies are going to be trying to make it work, but can't find their way to that power clam as it is going to... No, it's not. Justly, they're going to be able to get in, find the clam, getting it in just in time, but not really going to be able to add anything to that. At least getting their score down to 80, going to have a little bit less to push through on their next attempt, but of course, that's going to give Hot Cocoa a power clam. They've already got their T-Tech here with 7 clams as well. Gonna make a power clam is there. So now they have 2 online potentially to be making their push with. Looks like they're gonna be maybe trying to push that off to another team member, seeing if they can build up some more here on this right side, but they're gonna be taken out quickly by that machine. Who's gonna get another pick, and it looks like they will be popping this Booyah Bomb to create some space in the street, trying to get another push going for Wipeout, and they are going to be able to open that basket and come in with some more clams.
They only have a couple left already. They might be able to get to score these. They are able to tie it, and they do take the lead by 1 clam. Wipeout is able to take a very minuscule lead, but if you see Hot Cocoa, once that pity does drop, they will be able to just score immediately and take the lead back, as it looks like that's what they want to do with the Rapid Blaster, as we've been saying. Just an area of denial weapon, just being able to poke around the streets, the Inkjet being able to poke around everywhere, and there goes the Chumps. Another very good tool to fight in, because they buffed it in the Rapid Blaster. The 2-for-1 combo gets 2 of them with a single shot. Great job, and the Inkjet's applying more pressure, and this is Hot Cocoa's chance. They do score and do take the lead by 1. They do have a couple clams at the ready. It's like 8 at the ready. They do score a little bit more. They get to 40, and it looks like that's gonna be end of the push as the Wipeout is able to fall onto them and get them out of their space.
Yes, good push there. By no means, though, a safe lead. Just 18 points currently separating these teams, and less than, 1 power clam will wipe all of that penalty off the board on the side of Wipeout as well, and net a few points too. So they just need to get in and try to find that space. Hot Cocoa going to make it a little bit difficult with those strikes coming out, but the Inkjet in return is going to be doing what it can to try to set up some control here in mid. They take out the Rapid, but lose their ball point there in the process. Just some kind of trades going around right now, which is not what you want to see necessarily if you're in their position. You need to be able to take some clean picks and win some fights here. They do have 2 down, 12 seconds remaining. They need to go get their power clam and get forward. They need to take advantage of this man advantage that they have at the moment.
Yeah, they do have a power. They do have their pity. They do have a power. It's like everyone is on this bunker trying to just force their way in. The crab does get broken immediately. He can't try to quite get anyone. The Booyah Bomb is out. The power sneaks through, but he does go down. Just the T-Tech. T-Tech is trying to play hero, and he does not get it. The Inkjet's there, but he won't be able to score in time as no one else is around. Unfortunately, that will be the game. Just a great game a great game that we just saw, and Hot Cocoa able to stall out just long enough. The T-Tech at the end just able to get a couple picks, make sure that it's only the Inkjet left, nobody else, and that will be game 1 for Hot Cocoa.
Yeah, unfortunate kind of inkjet there at the last moment. You could kind of see the panic happening there, that they were like, oh crap, I can't pick that up and throw it. And they went down to try to go pick it up just to save it so that it wouldn't break. But then they couldn't get back in time. You saw at the very end 2 of their members coming in who could have potentially gotten it before it broke. But then at the end, it just didn't leave them enough time on that timer to actually find the sink.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like they started that push a little sooner. They had like maybe 10 more seconds left, or 10 plus seconds. They wouldn't able to get the power at least into the basket, because they kind of had to rush at the end there in order to try to get like a really quick push going. But unfortunately, Hot Cocoa did manage to trade 3 for 4, which doesn't sound good, but with only the inkjet left, that kind of let the ball go to waste because they couldn't score from there.
Yeah, for sure. But a really close match overall, just kind of coming down to, a failed push at the end. If they had been able to pick that up, that could have very well ended up a very different game for Wipeout. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to be bringing out in this game too at Barnacle and Dime. Splat zones, the pressure is on them now. They need to be able to win this game to stay alive. They've shown us through set 1 that they're definitely capable of doing it. That wasn't, a stomping by any means. They're still here to play. What kind of differences do you want to see coming out for them as they approach this game to stay alive in the set?
Well, everyone knows this is my favorite Tetris piece in this game. The best one out of all of them so far. But I feel like what they should adjust, I feel like their comp can work. However, they need to play more around each other, because as you saw, the dualies did went in, cause a distraction, but they didn't allow enough time for their teammates to kind of back them up, and they did manage to just go 3 for 3 or just go down in a 3v4. So I feel like just cleaning up a little around the edges, that we'll be able to edge out this game. As we do see a charger on the side of Hot Cocoa, very scary on this map. But let's see how much the inkjet and the booyah bomb and the crab can kind of shut that down, because everyone knows if the charger sees you, you're probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Man, this has such open sight lines here. It is definitely, a little bit of a playground for those chargers. And especially with the pressure that the ZNF can have by moving forward with that wall and having the strikes, it has a lot of really good offensive options. But speaking of strikes, we're going to be seeing it out from Hot Cocoa. T-Tech, I believe, was there getting their first strikes out of this game, trying to move forward. You see Banana there trying to just get some pressure onto those stacks, but forced to back up with the inkjet coming out as Wipeout makes an attempt to get control of this zone once again. But the crab takeout takes out the jet, and Wipeout gets to move forward off of that whole interaction, but quickly goes 2 down. They're going to try to hold for as long as they can with this booyah bomb as the rest of their members come in. And it looks like it is a pretty decent hold there, but the tri-strikes are going to quickly flip that.
Yeah, that was a very intense minute, as we saw like 3 zone flips in that time. Just a very quick fights in mid, as Wipeout does manage to take the zone for now, but will they be able to get through their penalty? Looks like they are. Never mind, Hot Cocoa stops it just in time. The dualies do go down. Now Hot Cocoa needs to try to push up a little bit, try to get to their snipe, try to just take control of zone, because everyone knows, especially on zones, it's not about only the zone, it's about getting control around the area of zone, so the enemy has no way to get in. And the crab just got triple ink strikes. Very fun time for crab players. A very common sight, as Hot Cocoa is able to take a little bit more control. They do manage to go 2 down. Looks like this is their time to push up and get Wipeout just out of their face.
Yeah, you want to try to really create that ideal lockout scenario, and this is a map that you can definitely do it on. Very heavy lockout map. You see the crab going in, you see the tri-strikes coming out in here too, into their base to try to delay them from coming back out, and they're still 2 down with just 16 counts remaining on this zone. Hot Cocoa is holding this space so well at the moment. They're making a desperate last push here on the stacks, but it isn't going to be fast enough. Hot Cocoa gonna be showing why they took that set 3-0 in groups, and they are going to be getting the 2-0 knockout here in the first round of Gold Bracket LSL.
Yeah, very, very solid from Hot Cocoa all around. They just kept Wipeout Punks in like a loop of kept them like staggered, have like one person go down, two people go down, and then that cycle repeated until they just took the win. So great job by Hot Cocoa, just getting their game plan. They achieved what they wanted to do, and now they'll be moving on to our top 16 Gold Bracket.
Yeah, they certainly will be, and we hope that you on stream will hold tight. We got some round 1 matches ready to finish up, and we'll be back shortly with round 2.